background about myself, just for context. So I'm 5'11". Shocker, I know. And I wear size 13 90s. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, I've always been really tall for my age, and that's played a pretty huge role in my life. Aside from that, both of my parents are first-generation immigrants from India. So everyone, what are my career options? We have doctor, lawyer, and engineer. Let's go. Yeah. But for me, this actually wasn't the case. My mom has always been super supportive of my varying interests. And I think my parents saw it coming early on that the doctor, lawyer, engineering path was not for me. Although I did meet every childhood milestone from reading to writing to mathematics, visiting the doctor's office always made me nervous, and I could never really imagine myself as one. And science and engineering never really excited me. From a young age, I was told by my dad and various family friends that I have to play sports. They told me, you can't waste away your height. So, from elementary school, I dabbled in basketball, volleyball, swimming, tennis, gymnastics, and you guessed it, I sucked. I was so bad. Yep, you don't see me at on any sports teams at Saratoga High, I'll tell you that. I'm not the type to give up. I never have been, but it's hard to get invested in something when your heart isn't in it. And my heart simply wasn't in it. I felt so bad, guilty even, because I felt like I was a disappointment and I was wasting away a gift that had been given to me. However, I soon grew my own interests and picked up martial arts and tap dancing in the 5th grade. And I literally fell in love. I would wait for class every single day, overcoming my fears of fighting with the big kids and persevering through all the various injuries. And I realized that this was passion. And it was this passion that fueled my heart, that first gave me the courage to say, no, I don't play basketball or volleyball. I know I'm not wasting away my height. However unconventional, these were my sports, and I was happy, and that was all that mattered. Now, coming into high school, issues with sports grew insignificant. I was faced with a decision of greater magnitude. What do you want to do with your life? Wow, the anxiety in this room just went through the roof. Oh my goodness, okay. Well, freshman year I decided I wanted to go to film school. I love movies, I love making videos, and most importantly, I could feel that my heart was in it. My parents were supportive, of course, but others weren't. While at family gatherings, I would get faced with demeaning questions like, what are you even going to do with all this film stuff? And even at SHS, while most of my peers would be super supportive of my goals, there would still be those select few that would go, oh, automatically assuming I was not smart enough for the sciences. I said no to these external voices freshman year and continued to follow my heart, pursuing math and theater. But sophomore year, something changed. Struggling to reestablish my social footing after friends moved away, I found myself spending lunches in the library alone. Around me, the negative voices grew louder. They told me, you'll never fit in. You'll never be a successful filmmaker. Nobody likes you. You can't do it. And you are not smart. I looked around to figure out where these voices were coming from, only to realize that they were coming from within. It was my self-doubt, my lack of self-confidence. Simply put, I was pulling myself down. Now, how did this happen? Well, of course, some of it has to do with just the struggles of being 15, but there were other reasons. I took the wrong classes. Sophomore year, I took the most rigorous courses available to me in math and science. Now, did I like math and science ever? No. But I didn't want to seem unintelligent, so I did. But it seemed that no matter how many hours I put into studying, my testing anxiety always got the best of me. It had always been, hard work pays off, but it wasn't paying off. And every day coming to class felt like another reminder to me that I would never be good enough. because I was surrounded by students who would rejoice about the easiest test ever when I thought it was far from easy. Taking off in math as well, I felt socially out of place because I had no close friends in the program up till that point. And to top it all off, I was rejected from a film camp I applied to, so I was losing confidence in my art. So now when somebody told me, no, you can't do it, I believed them, because even I didn't think I could. Until I found my best friend's till of date. Trying to figure out gas laws during late night study phase times. Stressing out about math project deadlines while going on memorable photo shoots and supporting each other through hardships. Practicing the crazy hard Mary Poppins choreography and laughing about our terrible phony British accents. Realizing that I have an incredible mom who will stand by me through anything. It took a while, but I had found my family. My heart was in it again, and I wasn't alone. When I heard a no, my family picked me right back up, and I was ready to go. Going into the infamous junior year, I was thinking to myself, oh boy. But unpopular opinion here, junior year is the literal best. Well, I took the classes that I wanted to take, rather than what other people thought I should. And I felt so much more confident academically. Now this isn't to say that I didn't challenge myself, because I most certainly did. My bonds with my math family grew closer, and I had a blast performing in the shows with my drama family. I even got accepted into that film camp when I reapplied. With my interest slowly changing to areas of marketing and business, my family fueled my heart, and I said I had the strength to say no to any dissenters who thought less of me. Now, as my self-doubt when it came to academics and social life began to fade, another doubt took its place. Each look in the mirror was becoming more painful. My skin got really bad junior year, and as I grew self-conscious of that, I grew self-conscious of everything else. My height, which was something I took pride in for the majority of my life, grew to be something I greatly disliked. I was in a constant state of I need to lose weight, and I would find myself cutting out so many foods from my diet, only to give in to cravings the next, and binge. I felt stuck. I thought I was alone in my body image struggles until I finally stopped being silent and reached out to my peers. And you guys, there are so many more people going through this stuff than we think. There's so much pressure on us, both boys and girls, to look a certain way, act a certain way, be a certain way. But in order to silence those outside voices, we need to silence the ones within ourselves. Our self-doubt, our self-depreciation. Easier said than done. It's been a year and I don't even think I'm close to 50%. But I know I have my family with me for support. Every single person in this room is a star. You may not believe me, but it's true. Maybe you've already figured out what makes you shine, and maybe you think you can never shine at all. But you can, and you will. You don't need to be a doctor, lawyer, or engineer to be considered smart. You can be tall, and you don't have to play a sport. You don't have to know what you want to do with your life in high school. You have so much of your life ahead of you. You don't have to have perfect skin or look a certain way to be accepted. Say no to the hate and discouragement and learn to be nicer to yourself. As I've always said, imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. Just kidding, that's a quote by Marilyn Monroe. It's good though, right? Let's learn to be kind to each other and promote a world of diverse interests and acceptance. Find what makes your heart beat. And when you do, don't be afraid to say no. Thank you.